it's Rose and welcome back to Cheap Lazy Vegan and another What I Ate in a Day video. Today's video is very kindly sponsored by Copilot, and today I'm going to show you guys everything I'm eating, and I'm going to focus on high protein, somewhat low calorie, healthy meals that are delicious, and I'm just going to take you through my day. And I'm also going to talk a little bit about like my current fitness routine and what I've been up to, so hopefully that's interesting to you. Anyway, let's see what I had for breakfast. For breakfast, I decided to make some scrambled tofu, a vegan classic, yes. I'm gonna start with some oil on a large wok. I'm gonna add a lot of mushrooms. I'm basically meal prepping the scrambled tofu, so I'm just making like a big amount. So cook those mushrooms down, and then I added a little bit of salt. And I set them to the side of the pan, added a little bit more oil, and now we can crumble up some tofu. I'm using medium firm tofu because I feel like it has a really nice kind of eggy, sort of soft consistency. And yes, I'm using a whole block because like I said, I'm going to make a big batch so I can eat it for the next few days. Once the tofu is crumbled, I'm just going to mix everything together, and I like to cook this down for a few minutes just to let most of the water evaporate. And now once most of the excess water is gone, we can add in our spices. And as you may know, if you watch my videos, I have a scrambled tofu seasoning recipe that I use all the time, every time I make scrambled tofu. If you love making scrambled tofu, but you hate taking out all the different spices every single time, then you have to make this recipe and it'll make your life so much easier. I'll link that recipe down below. So I added my scrambled tofu seasoning, and then I just mixed everything together to make sure everything was well coated, and then just turned off the heat and added a little bit of kala namak, also known as black salt. This has a strong sulfuric taste, which will make your scrambled tofu taste like eggs, yes. And then I added a bunch of baby spinach and just mixed it until the spinach was just wilted. And there you have it. There's my scrambled tofu. And I wanted to make this into a breakfast burrito. So I actually took my favorite spinach tortilla wrap and I added a little bit of avocado, sprinkled on some salt, and now let's add in that scrambled tofu. Oh, it's so good. And I also added a little bit of sriracha and then just wrapped it up. I also love to grill my wraps a bit on a pan, so I just did that there. And there you have it. Here's my high protein, delicious breakfast. This breakfast was around 443 calories and 26 grams of protein. And now I have 3 more servings of scrambled tofu to get me through the next 3 days, which is so convenient as well. As I mentioned earlier, today's video is very kindly sponsored by Copilot. Copilot is basically an affordable fitness coach app that provides you with a personalized workout plan and an actual fitness coach that sends you workouts and keeps you accountable on a regular basis. So I went in today for my leg day. Oh, it was not easy, my friends. It was not easy. But I've been using Copilot now for the last 6 months. Oh my gosh. It's been forever. And it's been so great, and I highly recommend trying it out, especially if you're someone that has always thought about maybe getting a personal trainer, but you thought, okay, it's a little bit too pricey for me, or maybe it doesn't fit your lifestyle right now. Maybe you don't have that much time to work out, and I don't know what it is, but Copilot is so great because it is so much more affordable than regular in-person training, and it is a lot more flexible. So you can just work out kind of at your own pace. Right now I'm doing 2 strength workouts a week. So Leslie sends me workouts on a weekly basis. She checks up on me, and the workouts themselves get slightly harder each week, obviously because I want to keep progressing, but it's never super difficult. The app is really designed for consistency and keeping you accountable, which is the perfect way to build your habit and build your fitness. So I really love it. So if you guys want to check out Copilot, go to the link below and you can actually get 14 days for free with your own fitness coach. And yes, this is a real person. It's not AI, it's a real person providing you with real workouts that are customized to you and what you're looking for. So again, you can get 14 days for free with Copilot if you click the link down below. Go and get yourself that fitness coach, and let's get fit together, my friends. Thank you so much to Copilot for sponsoring today's video. And now let's see what I had for lunch. For lunch, I was craving some Korean style lentils that I showed you guys recently in a recipe video. These are the sweet Korean lentils, and I'll link that recipe video below because it has other Korean recipes that are quick and easy and so yummy as well. And I also have a spicy version of this, which is also so good. Anyway, I love these lentils because they're full of protein and so much flavor, and this goes so well with rice. So it's also a recipe you can make in just 15 to 20 minutes-ish. Requires very few ingredients,
and simple ingredients. It's also very budget friendly. You can make it in bulk, eat it throughout the week. It's so good. Again, the recipe is linked below so you can learn how to make it. So once I made some rice, because you gotta eat this with rice, I basically topped the rice with the lentils and then also had like a little side of lettuce. I didn't have too much produce on hand because I'm going out of town soon, but I had some lettuce left over, so I'm eating that. And I also had this with a little bit of vegan kimchi, and yes, I have a recipe for that as well on my channel, which I'll link down below. Anyway, this meal was around 486 calories and 19.7 grams of protein.
So I really want to try an experiment. I have had this can of grass jelly for probably over a year, and I feel like I should finally have it. So here's what I want to try. Basically, I'm gonna make some black tea. I got some black tea here, and I'm gonna put some in here. We're gonna make it quite strong. Black tea in here. We're gonna just, I'm boiling water right now, and I'm gonna make the black tea, and then I'll tell you what I have in mind. But first, let's also open up this can that has been sitting in my pantry for probably over a year. Ooh. So basically, I wanted to get this because I really like having grass jelly in my bubble tea. And so I kind of wanted to add it into, like, I don't know, something. Ooh, it's kind of like bitter pudding. Why do we like this? Asian people are weird. It's like an Asian person thing. Anyway, I'm gonna just throw some into a cup. I don't know how it tastes without anything. It tastes like medicine. I don't know why I like this stuff, but I like it. So basically, I kind of want to make like a bubble tea, but without the pearls. But I want to make it like high protein, okay? That's kind of like what I have in mind. I'm gonna add hot water, make the tea, because basically, I don't know if you guys know much about bubble tea, but like, basically it's like black milk tea with the grass jelly. I think that tastes really good. So I'm just gonna let this steep. And then in the meantime, let's make a protein shake. I'm gonna add plant-based milk, and I'm gonna add a scoop of vanilla protein powder. And I guess worry, not worry, but like what I think might happen is that the protein powder will be too strong, and so I won't be able to taste the black tea, but let's see what happens. Protein powder, and then just shake it up like a regular protein shake. All right, let's try this. So first, I'm gonna add a little ice. Experimentation time. And then let's pour in that tea, that black tea. Okay. I do feel like it might be too bland, the black tea part. All right, and then now the protein shake. Ooh, it's thick. She's thick. Ooh. Will this taste like anything? Or will it just taste like a protein shake is the question. Yeah, I can't taste the black tea. I probably just needed to add more black tea, maybe? Or let it steep for longer. That's sad. I'm gonna add a little bit of sweetener. Like, it doesn't taste bad, it just doesn't taste like what I wanted it to taste like. Anyway. The grass jelly is good though, but I do not taste the black tea at all. So if someone could come up with a vegan black tea, like black milk tea protein powder, oh my God, how amazing would that be?
This little protein snack was roughly 290 calories and 21 grams of protein.
For dinner, I'm gonna make mushroom bibimbap, which I have a recipe for. It's so easy because I have a bunch of mushrooms. So first I'm gonna cook up the mushrooms. There's a little bit of oil on the pan. Basically, I need to use up these mushrooms, and I have rice and basically everything I need. And this recipe is so easy and simple, yet very delicious. So just going to add that in there. A little bit of salt on the mushrooms, just kind of let them sweat. And for protein, I actually have some veggie dogs in my freezer that I need to use up. So I just cut up 2, and these are pretty high in protein, so I like that. Otherwise, I normally would use like beans, like chickpeas for example. but I'm just gonna use up these hot dogs, and I think they would go really well with this as well. So there we go. I'm just gonna cook that up on the side, and I'm just gonna mix it all. It's literally so easy. Then I'm just gonna add rice. Boop. Cooked rice, of course. Mix it well. Just gonna turn the heat down to like a low. And this is where the magic happens. This is where you wanna add gochujang, which is Korean red pepper paste. This is gonna give it all the flavor, well, most of the flavor. It's kind of like a mix between bibimbap and fried rice. It's gonna be so good. In Korea, bibimbap actually means mixed rice. It literally means mixed rice. So we're just gonna mix in that gochujang, which is the best condiment ever. At the very end here, I like to add in some spinach or whatever other veggies. And the heat is basically almost all off now. So I'm just gonna mix it until it's wilted. And I'm also gonna add in a little bit of toasted sesame oil at the very end. Well, like a good amount. All right, here we are. Here it is, my friends. Once again, the recipe, if you need it, will be linked down below. And feel free to use different types of mushrooms as well. And of course, different types of plant-based protein. Oh, it looks so good. I can't wait. It's so good with the veggie dogs too. It's so good.
This dinner came to around 520 calories and just a little over 30 grams of protein. So the total approximate calories of the day was 1739 calories, and for protein, around 97 grams of protein.
All right, guys, so that brings us to the end of the video. That's what I ate and what I did today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what your thoughts are. And make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And once again, guys, don't forget to check out Copilot. The link is down below for you to get your 14 days for free with your own health and fitness coach. And thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!